I came from a musical family. My mother was a professional pianist and keyboard player, organist. My father was a professional trumpet player. And I heard music from the time I was able to hear anything. But I didn't know what I wanted to play. I didn't want to play trumpet. It just didn't appeal to me that much. But in those days, you know, when you turned on the radio, I'm talking like when I was maybe 11 years old, and this is 40, 41, 42. In those days, you turned on the radio and you heard Benny Goodman, or you heard Glenn Miller, or you heard Jimmy Dorsey, or Tommy Dorsey. So my parents turned on the radio one day, and Benny Goodman was, the band was playing, or maybe it was a recording of a popular song at that time, Yours. And Lou McGarity, the great trombone player, was in that band. And he just came out with an 8-bar solo in Yours, and it hit me right between the eyes. I said, that's what I want to play, and that's the kind of a sound that I want to get. But work was very tough to come by because it was shortly after the war and there was a lot of unemployment. And so I had the opportunity to go with the Jimmy Dorsey Orchestra. And I took it. Well, it's interesting how it happened. The Metropolitan Theater was in existence in Rhode Island at the time. It was a great theater that catered to big bands. They had big bands every week, different bands. And it was a type of situation where you go in, you hear the band play there, put on their show, then you watched a movie and a newsreel, then the band came back and played their show again 2 or 3 times a day. Anyway, I had played a job with some of my friends that night, and after the job we went to this restaurant, the Palm Gardens on Broadway. For a little after the gig snack. And it just so happened that Jimmy Dorsey's band was playing at the Met. And Jimmy liked Italian food, and they specialized in it at the Palm Gardens. So Jimmy came up to have some spaghetti or whatever. And while he was there, some of my friends went over and spoke with him, and they said something about me. And Jimmy came over to me and he said, do you have your trombone? I said, yes, it's in the car. Obviously, because I just came from work. He says, get it. So I got it, and he had his alto saxophone with him. And we jammed a couple of tunes, just a saxophone and trombone. After the second tune, he got on the phone and he called for his pianist and his bass player and asked them to come out to the Palm Gardens, and they did. And to make this long story short, we jammed until about 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the
Thank you.